Hello guys, welcome back. So in today's tutorial we gonna create a 3D design of this model. So I gonna put a link in description so that you can download this drawing and follow me along with it. So first of all, these all dimensions are in inches, so I gonna see my Mastercam is in inches. So if you having in metric, you can change in inches. And then let's get started. So first of all, we're going to go to wireframe, and then we're going to click on rectangle, and we're going to draw a rectangle. And from the drawing you can see our rectangle is 5 by 4.5. so open Mastercam. Our width is 4.5, our height is 5 inches, and select this corner, positive XY corner. So click OK and create new operation, and you can see our rectangle is drawn. And now we're gonna draw another rectangle for its square. You can see this one, which is 3 inches by 3 inches. So go to Mastercam, click on width 3 inches, height 3 inches, and then we're gonna select our XY coordinates. So for that, click on XYZ, and then from drawing you can see from this corner our X is 1.25 and our Y is 1 inch. So it's 1.25 and 1 inch. Hit enter, and you can see our rectangle is drawn. So now click OK, and your two rectangles are drawn. And now you can see on the drawing it will say it's having a radius in the corner of 0.25 in each corner over here. So go to Mastercam, and now for the radius we're gonna go to our radius command. So in the home, actually in the wireframe, and then go to fillet identities, and then just, if you can see over here, it's 0.25 already. So click on both this, and by all this you can see we created a radius of 0.25 in all edges. And now again our next step gonna be, we're gonna draw a circle, or you can see over here this is 4 holes, 9/16 by 18 tapped holes. So for that we just gonna go to Mastercam and then click on circle point, and then you can see over here we're gonna put a radius of 0.51 something, because it's the, if you can see for 9/16 we need a diameter of 0.51 something. So for example we're gonna put over here 0.51, and then we're gonna assign the XY locations. So for that again we're gonna click on XYZ cursor, and then from over here you can see our locations. It says 1.5 in X and 0.5 in Y. So 1.5 and then comma, how much it was, 0.5, and it was 0.5. Hit enter, and you can see over here we got our first circle. So similarly for the next, we're gonna again click on OK, create new operation, and then again we're gonna assign our XY coordinates. For same thing, for now our X gonna be 3 inches and Y gonna be remain same, 0.5. So 3, 0.5, and our radius gonna be our diameter gonna be 0.51. Hit enter, and you can see over here we created another hole. So if you go to the drawing, you see it's already in similar positions relative to square. And now again we're gonna draw these two circles. So how we're gonna draw this is, actually we're gonna use a mirror command. Just to show you up guys how to use mirror command, we can draw these circles by this one also, but you're gonna go on another trick. So go to transform, click on mirror, and then just simply click on these two circles and end selection. And now we're gonna go on our X offset, which gonna be our half of our this height, which was 5 inches. So click on 2.5 and see what happened. It created a mirror of these holes. So now click OK, and now you can see these are of different colors. If you want to make it look like a same color, just simply right click the mouse and click on clear colors, and now you can see everything looks similar, right? And now our next step gonna be, we're gonna create this P type shape inside the rectangle square. So for that, first of all, we're gonna go by its coordinates, so like XY coordinates. For that, we have to draw our points. So for that, we click on, go to wireframe, click on point intersection, and now from over here we're gonna select our XYZs of points. So click on XYZ, and our first point gonna be on location of, if you see, it says 1.25 in Y, and then it says over here 2.25 and 1.25, 2.25 and 1.25. hit enter, and you can see our point is created. Now click OK and create new operation, and similarly to XYZ, and then our next point gonna be on 3 inches and 1.25, 3 inches and 1.25. hit enter, and our next point, similarly we're gonna create another points. So for our next point gonna be in this corner, which is 2.65 in Y direction and 3 inches in X direction. So 3 inches and 2.65, 3 inches and 2.65. hit enter, and our point is created. Click OK, create another point, and another point gonna be on, our X is 2.25 and our Y is 3.75. so it's 2.25, 3.75, 2.25, 3.75. hit enter, and now you can see we created another point. So click OK and create a last one, which gonna be on this one. So this is 0.325 in X direction, so 0.325, and then for our Y direction we're gonna be put, like you can see over here, it says 2.65 until here, and then we're gonna add radius of 0.55, which is gonna bring us to the center of this circle. So it's 2.65 comma 2.65 plus the radius 0.55. you can see over here the radius is 0.55. so now hit enter, and this is gonna bring our last point. So click OK, don't need any more points, and now we're gonna start drawing the lines actually. So for that, we're gonna click on endpoint lines, we're gonna click over here and here and click OK, and now we're gonna draw circles. Oh, actually we forgot to draw this line. Yeah, this looks good. And now we're gonna go to circle center point. We're gonna create a circle of 0.55, which is the bigger circle. You can see 0.55. So 0.55 gonna be on this point. So click OK, create another circles. Now this time the radius gonna be of 0.25, which is these small semicircles, 0.25, 3 semicircles. So for that, click OK on these 3 circles, and these are just to make things easier, but actually their dimensions gonna be on. If you click OK, and now create another circle, and now just put on these midpoints. These are the actual XY locations of these semicircles. So click OK, and now we're gonna create another line. So for line, click over here, and you can see it's, you can just click it over here for now, and then from similarly here, and if you go here, this, you can see we created some lines. And now I know guys, it's looking much like too much messy, but we're gonna clean it now. So for that, we're gonna go to trim break extend, and then we just click on or either I can, it's much easier to just go on divide actually. So it says you want to trim it or break it, we want to trim it. So let's get started now. We don't need this inner circle. If you are watching the drawing carefully, we just gonna draw now only the shape of P, and rest of them we gonna delete it. So let's do it. This is extra, these are extra. If something happens like that, just click on Ctrl Z, and this will automatically gonna take you undo it, which is common command for many operations and softwares. So this, you don't need this, and what we did it by mistake, we deleted this line. So we're gonna Ctrl Z, and until we see here we deleted. So carefully, this is a little bit step we have to see, we don't delete any unnecessarily items. And yeah, this time it looks perfect. And now click OK, and we can delete these points also. So for that, we just simply click on this and hit delete, and it will delete them. So now it looks like our top is ready, our top face is ready, and now it's time to make it solid. So for solid, we're gonna go to our solid tab, and then click on extrude. So extrude, and now they're gonna ask us to select the geometry chaining. So we're gonna click on this, and you can see our whole chain is selected, which is outer rectangle. So click on OK, and now you can see it's going upward, but we want downward. So click on reverse, and it shows reverse, but how much we want. If you carefully see the drawing over here, and you can see it says 1.5 in height. So we're gonna put here 1.5, and now click OK and create new operation. So our next operation is gonna be, we're gonna click on this in inner square and click OK, and this time we're gonna go to cut body, because we're gonna take some material out, which is over here. If you see carefully, 0.25 in our drawing. So, and our okay, so first 0.25 in cut body, click OK, and you can see it's make a depth of 0.25. and now we're gonna do our outer tabbed holes. So click on one hole, and then just click on chain feature. It will automatically detect all the features similar to this shape, which makes our work easier or faster. And this time we're gonna go on cut body also, but these are through hole. So as you can see, it says through. so these holes are through, so that's why I just put it over here, through hole. So click OK, and now you can see these are through holes. And now we're gonna do it, create the inside P shape. So for that we're gonna go to extrude, and then we're gonna select our shape, click OK, and now we're gonna go to cut body, and from the drawing over here you can see that it says 0.75 over here. So we're gonna go to Mastercam and put 0.75 here. Make sure the direction is in downward. So click OK, and now you can see we draw our top face, like solid model of top face is drawn. And in the next we're gonna do it, create the holes on this face, which is this one. So how we gonna do it? We're gonna change the plane. So how we gonna change the plane is, first of all we need to create a new plane. So for that we're gonna go to plane section over here. If you didn't see any plane section over here, you can just go to view and click on plane section, and you're gonna get a plane section. So now you can see, click on this sign, and then we're gonna create a new plane. Click on dynamic, and over there from the drawing you can see it says our datum point is, like our 0 point is bottom of this rectangle. So similarly over here we're gonna put this in the our XY in the bottom of this direction. So click OK, and now you can see our X is on this way, but as you can see I, R, Y and Z are in other directions, which should be vice versa. Like Y should be on Z axis and Z axis should be on Y axis. So how we're gonna change this? We're gonna click in this ribbon inside Y and Z to give a direction. You can see, wait a minute, modify it, create this thing, and still it's showing Z axis on other, should, oh yeah, so it's like and you can see it's now perfect. Our x-axis is on this way and our y-axis is on that way and z-axis is on z. You just have to little bit play on it and figure it out how it works. So just click enter it. So we're gonna have our plane, which is plane 1, and then just simply click OK, and now we created our plane 1. So we're gonna delete this plane. So we have plane 1. You wanna click the arrow on this plane. So how we're gonna do is just click on this one, see, and now you can see our arrow is on this, so it means we are working on plane 1 now. So if we are working on plane 1 now, and then what should be our top plane? The top plane gonna be this plane. So to check it out, to verify it out, just simply click on Alt 1. It's gonna show the front face, like top face. So this is our top face now. So you can see we are created the plane, and now we're gonna create our holes on this plane. So how we gonna do it? We're gonna first of all, as you can see, analyze the drawing. It says we have 1 1/2 inch hole and 2 tapped holes. of 3 by 3 16. So first of all we're gonna draw our half-inch hole, so which is 0.25 from in x-axis and 0.75 in y-axis. So for that we're gonna just simply go to our circular tab, go to wireframe, click on circle center point, select our diameter which is 0.5, so click on 0.5, and now you can see we're having a circle of 0.5. we need to give a coordinates of x and y, so for that just simply click on XYZ, and then as I already show you, our x is 2.25 and our y is 0.75. So 2.25 and 0.75, hit enter, and you can see we created our first hole. And then click OK. We're gonna create another holes, and this time their diameter gonna be changed. So for that, for example, just now I gonna put, it says like 2 into 3 by 3 16 tapped holes, right? So it's actually just we're gonna say it, we're gonna put 0.25 here in our diameter. So you can see over here from the drawing, it should be actually 0.125 is good. And now we just want to click on our XYZs, and our X gonna be same, which was 0.75, and Y gonna be same 0.75. So 0.75, enter. We created our hole. So click OK, machine, go to transform, go to mirror, click this and selection, Y offset, how much, as I told you before, this is 4.5, so it's gonna be 4.5. This goes in other way actually, so 4.5 divided by 2, click OK. So now you can see we created our another hole. So now we're gonna we just made a wireframe now, so we're gonna go on solids, click on extrude, and then just simply click on this one and selection, and we're gonna go on cut body, and how much deep it is, you can see over here it's 0.55, so we're gonna put it over here 0.55 deep. Make sure the direction is inside, so click OK. So this is 0.55 deep. Now we're gonna select other holes, click OK, and now we're gonna go see over here how much it says 1 inch deep, so it's gonna be 1 inch deep. Click OK. As you can see, this phase is completed. So now the last phase is left, which is this phase. So for that, first of all, to make it easier, you're gonna go back to our previous plane, this plane. So for that, we just click on here, and now our top plane is the actual top plane, and now we're gonna work on this plane. So for that, again we're gonna go on create a new plane, so click OK, dynamic, and now we're gonna create another plane. But for that, you just have to make sure our datum is this one, this right of rectangle. So similarly, we're gonna click on this right of rectangle, and now we're gonna do our XYs. So our X gonna be in related to, like, our Y is in good, like Y is in good direction, which is supposed to be in Y direction, but our X and Y's are opposites. So we're gonna click on this green thing and rotate our X and Y's. So how much it gonna rotate? Just put 90 degree, and you can see now it's rotated, but again it's rotated in opposite directions. So now again we have to change this thing, and okay, hit enter, and now you can see it's still in opposite direction. So now we have to change it to, let's play around and see what it works. So if you go like that, actually put 180, hit enter, and now you can see much better. It's in same direction how it's supposed to be, like X is in positive right, Y is in positive like front, and then Z is in top. So this plane is okay, click OK. Now just simply click on this plane, and now you can see our arrow comes down, which means we are now working in this plane. So now if we click on Alt 1, and our top plane gonna be the plane we want to make this design. So now for this design, it says it was a slot of 1 inch deep, and then it is having a radius of 0.375, and also it says it's like 1 inch and 2 inch from the bottom. First of all, to make it easier, we're gonna draw the points. So for that, go to Mastercam, click on wireframe, create point, and then we selected our point. We're gonna go to X, Y, Z and give the coordinates of point. So first coordinate we're gonna give is, you can see it's 2 inches in Y direction and 0.375 in X direction plus the radius of this thing. So our X actually gonna be 0.375 plus 0.375, which is 0.375 plus 0.375, and our Y gonna be 2 inches from our bottom. So Y gonna be 2 inches. So over here you can see 0.375 is in positive direction. So let's see if it works. I guess it should work. And we put negative outside and put a bracket, hit enter. Yeah, it works. See, because we are not going in this way, so this way is the positive direction, this way is the negative direction in X coordinates. So that's why I put negative outside of brackets and then put the value. So Mastercam detected it automatically, and now we're gonna create another point which gonna be same. So click on XYZ, and now we again, this time our height gonna be of 3 inches and our X gonna be of similarly what we did before. So negative, put a brackets, 0.375 plus 0.375, then comma, 3 inches, hit enter, and now you can see we created our 2 points. And now we're gonna go to circle center point and make our radius, which is 0.375. So our radius is 0.375, right? I hope you're getting it. And now we're gonna click on this thing and these 2 points, click OK, and then we're gonna go to line endpoints, click on this one, and similarly add tangent lines. Okay, and now we're gonna delete the unwanted lines or wireframe. For that, we're gonna go to divide. If you are using another Mastercam version, may you find over here divide and trim, but in this one it shows divide here. So click, so let's delete the unwanted portion. So you can see we also have to delete this one. Just simply select this point, delete it, and now you can see we draw the geometry, and this is 1 inch deep. So for that we're gonna go to solids, extrude, and then select this geometry, click OK, and then just gonna cut body, which is 1 inch, and make sure the directions is in the bottom one, and then click OK, and now you can see our slot is drawn. And from over here you can see we created all the wireframes, all the solids, how it's supposed to be. So you can see over here clearly. So we're gonna go back to our top plane. So now we just simply see over here, if we click on Alt 1, and this is our top plane, and this is our front face, and this is our left face, and we draw all 3 faces, and this is the bottom face, as the holes are through, so that's why it's through. And I hope you are getting to know Mastercam, how we draw this. If you didn't get understand, please make sure to comment. I will be reply back to you if you have any issue or problem with this tutorial. I gonna repeating, I gonna attach a link in description of this 3D model and 2D drawing, but make sure first you draw a 2D drawing, and then you can create by yourself by watching. If I'm sorry about that if I go too fast, but you can just make it slow in YouTube by just slowing down the play speed and watch it carefully. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in next tutorial where we're gonna do machining of this 3D model. So for that time, just take care, and if you like it, please subscribe. If you are new here, hit the bell icon, and don't forget to comment below, and have a good day. Thank you, guys.